I got a news flash for you. You're doing it wrong. Now, the thing you don't realize is you're making 3 ginormous mistakes that are holding you back. Now, right now, I'm going to teach you what the 3 mistakes are and how we can get past them so that you can get your PMP done in the next 3 weeks. How does that sound? All right? So here we go. All right. Before I get into it, my name is Scott Payne. I'm the creator of PM Master Prep and the PMP Accelerator. And why you care is I'm the dude that's going to simplify things, take away the PMP pain, struggle, and worry that you have, and get you to the finish line faster than anybody in the world. All right? Is that cool? Let's do this thing. All right. So I said 3 big mistakes, right? Now I'm going to break down each one of them with a big word, and I'm going to provide some details. As I explain them, I really want you to reflect and say, am I making that mistake? Because I bet you are, all right? Because I deal with a lot of people out there. Now, the number 1 mistake is all around prioritization. So what do I mean by prioritization? Now, I know that every one of you out there wants to get your PMP. You want to, you should get your PMP. It's a thing that will help you along either to be better at your job, or get a better job, or, keep your boss off your back, all right? I know that's big for you. Now, let me just tell you on my side, I've been trying to lose weight for about 8 years, and I've been a massive failure at it. It's not that I don't know that I need to do it. It's not that I know that it would be good for me. That would probably make me, a better performer at work, more attractive to my wife and to my family would like me more, and I'll be around longer. So I know I'm emotionally invested in this, but for some reason, I have failed at it. All right? Now, the reason why I'm telling you this, I want you to reflect on what you've got. Now, the reason why I have failed to lose weight is because I have not prioritized it. All right? I have not put it in front of other things. I've put the business, I've put your success out there, I put my family, I put other things out there, and I have compromised my ability to lose weight. Now, those are excuses, but that's the reality of it. I haven't prioritized it. So the PMP for you is probably important, but you haven't prioritized it. Now, I'm not here to browbeat you, but I'm here to have you recognize some of the words that come out of your mouth so that you can clean it up. Because the big mistakes that we're making, if you listen to what I said earlier, what did I say? I want to. I should do this, right? It's those parts of language that make the big first step. When we say I should do something or I want to do something, it feels good, right? It feels like we're making progress. But in reality, I think we're taking a step into a trap door. It makes it feel like we're making progress, but we're giving ourselves an out. Should is wishy-washy. Want to is wishy-washy. And I'm no Yoda, but what we need to do is take those things out of our brain. We need to hear ourselves say them, and we need to eliminate those. And instead of saying shoulds and wants, because that's basically empty talk, what we need to say is, I will, I am. Okay, I will get up at 6 a.m. to study for 45 minutes. I am up at 6:45 to study. All right, so the little part of speech makes a giant difference, and it all goes into prioritization. Now, the things that you will find is that when that bing, 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 6:45 bell goes off, you're going to make a decision in your mind, whether you know it or not, to hit, let me just get the thing going, and I'll hit the little snoozer, and I'll just wake up later. I need you to say to yourself, I am prioritizing sleep over studying. I want you to say it out loud. It sucks. It's painful. It hurts. But when you say it, then you have a question to ask yourself. Should I do that? Should I prioritize sleep over getting it going? Should I prioritize the comfort of my bed over getting out there and studying? Then we have a decision to make, and you're a logical, rational person. And you can say, you know what? I can, I will, I am doing this right now. And you're going to get up. So number 1 is prioritization. You're putting in effort, but you're not putting in that extra effort. Okay? So number 1 is prioritization. Number 2, and it also starts with a P, is perspective. It's one thing to work hard, but if you ain't working hard in the right way and on the right path, you're wasting your time. So get up is the first thing. We can do that together. But get up and study the right stuff in the right way is number 2. All right? So perspective is all about how we look at the material, how we take it in, and how we work through it. Okay? So let me just have a gamble here. I bet You are a visual person, right? You're a visual learner. You like to see things. You like to put your hands on stuff. You like to reflect off things. You like to go out there and talk it out. You're not a person that goes out there and just reads a bajillion pages of a book and it just sticks to your brain like you're some kind of super genius. Like that ain't you and that ain't me. If we're a visual person, if we're a talk it through person, if we're a hands-on person, why the heck aren't we learning that way? And let me just reflect back on number one. If you got to get up at 6:45 in the morning or whatever it is to go work, and you know that you got to go there and cram your face in a boring book or boring quizzes day after day, how likely are you to get up? Probably not likely. So these things compound. So number two, which is the perspective, is super important. You've got to look at the material in a logical way that brings it home to your experience. You've got to bring your experience into the party or find content that will resonate with you, that will talk to you, that will build you up and guide you step by step in a way where you're like, oh, I get it now. Because the biggest mistake that all these instructors out there do is they say, hey, PMP's nothing like real life. They are exactly wrong. They are cheating you. You need to reflect on your experience and say, how does this apply? It needs to be an experiment in your mind. This is what the book says. These are what the concepts are. I can visualize them, and how would I apply them? That's the big thing in your mind. Every day has to be an exploration. Now, you don't have to be Jacques Cousteau to do this stuff, but you've got to have the right perspective on how you learn and lean in to your learning style. Visual, hands-on, want to talk it through. Now, if we do that, it starts to roll in a good direction. We start to get a little emphasis. We got to get a little, each day we get a little better, a little bit more shoulders back, a little bit more confidence, and it feels good. Now, number three is all about the process of claiming our learning and retaining our learning. So it's all around the process. Now, every day you're going to wake up or you're going to study at your happy time. And you're going to bring in that information that we talked about. So it's all about learning the information. Then, like I talked about, you have to refine it down. So as you refine it down, you're going to use your day to reflect on things. How do I do things? How does it work? All those things. And the last thing, the missing piece for a lot of you is you've got to explain it. You've got to explain it to somebody, not just yourself, because you're going to do that first, but you've got to explain it to your boss, your colleagues, your people you're studying with, your kids, anybody, to get that feedback loop. Now, the best people to explain it to is that people who are on the same path as you. Makes sense, right? Because they're learning, they're reflecting, they're fighting with the topics, they're working through it, and they're not taking this like shallow way of understanding, which is just like, oh, I'm going to memorize stuff. Blah, don't do that. So what we need to do is learn, reflect, and explain. And through that cycle, as you move through, each week, you're cleaning up your knowledge. Every step of the path, you're cleaning it up. And you're getting more energized. You're getting more confident. And you're getting more secure. And you're seeing the wins. So that 6:45, bing, 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 bing. Baby, you're already up, Jack. Like, you're already up at 6:30 out there studying like, hey, I am making progress. I'm going to do this. I am doing this. And here's what I want you to do right now. You set your schedule. You're an adult. If you say, hey, I'm going to study at this point, this point, this point, I want you to have a simple checklist, black and white on a piece of paper with a pencil. Right now, we want to go from the shoulds and wills to the I ams, okay? So if you say, heck, it's Wednesday in my neighborhood, I don't know what day it is in yours. If you say Thursday, Friday, and Saturday I'm studying and I'm getting up at 6:45 a.m., then I draw a W, a TH, and an F there. If that's when I said I was working, and I'm going to say I either did it or I didn't do it when I got up. So step number one, I drew it down on a simple piece of paper. Check that box, get it rolling, and make that progress. Now, that's the number one thing. We got to get up there, and we got to hold ourselves accountable and prioritize our life and our learning. Now, number two, I'll handle the explaining part. I'll bring it alive for you. So if you take the step forward and you wake up in the morning and you put that checkbox in there like, dude, I am doing this, I'll handle the hard part. All right, I'll handle the explain part. So you reach out to me, Scott at PM Master Prep. Heck, here's my phone number, 757-759-5282. I'll give you content. I'll show you our stuff. I'll give you free stuff, whatever it is. I need to light a fire under you, and I need to simplify stuff because I got to prove to you that this is your content. This ain't somebody else's stuff. This is your stuff. So come and talk to me, and I will help you out. And then from there, we're going to find you a group. We're going to find you a support network. We're going to find a way that you can roll that ball down the hill and you can refine, because you got to learn it. You got to reflect on it. You got to explain it. There ain't no way to get there other than that. You know as good as I. When you know something, you can explain it. Let's do this thing. So, back to those central words. We know we should, and we know we can, and we know we will, but are we? So, are you going to take a step forward? It's a simple thing you could do is you could call me. You could email me. You could say, yo, I'm doing it. That's it. So let's get going. Get your little piece of paper, 3 little checks. Let's do it 3 days in a row. And on that second day or that first day, I want you to call me, email me, and let's get to rolling, okay? I'm here to help you all the time. I got 2 cups of coffee and a lot of work to do. I'll see you later.